Today we will be adding the horizontal shift to our graphing of sinusoidal functions. I'm going to start off with reminding you that y equals sine x and y equals cosine x are our parent functions, and everything we do stems from those. So y equals plus and minus, that tells us if it flips or not, our amplitude, sine or cosine, our frequency, parentheses, x plus or minus our horizontal shift, plus or minus our midline or our vertical shift. This is the complete general function. In my words, we are going to be focusing on the horizontal shift, and then we'll put it all together. So let's start with, let's keep it pretty straightforward and go with, let's see, let's do y equals sine x minus pi. So the only thing that we have new here, aside from our parent function, is this right here. But I am going to write everything down so I have it. So my amplitude is 1. That's the number in front. There is no flip. My frequency is 1. My period, remember, is 2 pi divided by your frequency. So 2 pi divided by 1, which is 2 pi. And then the new part. So we are going to call this our horizontal shift. It's also called a phase shift. So if you see that word, it means the same thing, phase shift. I like to call it a horizontal shift because you are actually moving left and right. So our horizontal shift is a minus pi, which means to the right. If it was a plus, it would mean to the left. So let's start. With these problems, whenever there's a horizontal shift, I always do the parent function first, just so that we can see it. So let's look at this. So our period is 2 pi, but I know I need to go to the right an additional pi. So I'm going to put 2 pi right here. I have pi. I have pi over 2. And then remember, count up. 1 pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2. So my parent function, amplitude is 1, so that means positive and negative 1 on my y-axis, because amplitude means number of units from the midline, and our midline did not change. So sine is 3 middle, so middle, max, middle, minimum, middle. So this is our parent function. Now what this horizontal shift means is we are going to take every point and move them. Make sure it's every point. So every point we're moving over pi units. Well, remember, each interval is only half of pi. So this is 1 pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, 4 pi over 2. The next one would be 5 pi over 2, and then 6 pi over 2, which is the same thing as 3 pi. So if you notice here, 2 pi to 3 pi is 1 pi. But that's how you count. Alright, so I need to move each point over a single pi. So I am going to start this here, and I'm going to take my 0 and I need to move it over pi units. So this is now here. This, if you notice, I went 2 spaces for 1 pi. This, I'm going to go 1 space, 2 spaces for that move. 1 space, 2 space for that move. What did I miss here? Oh, I forgot this one. 1 space, 2 space for that move, and then 2 pi goes here. So I took each point and I moved it over 2 pi units, and that is my new, not 2 pi units, 1 pi units, and that's my new answer. All right, let's try another with some stuff in it. Let's try, let's try this one. Hopefully this will work out well. We'll see. Y equals cosine. We have x minus pi over 2 plus 2. So let's write down everything we know. Our amplitude is 1. Our frequency is 1. Our period then is 2 pi over 1, or 2 pi. My horizontal shift is this right here, so it's negative pi over 2, which means to the right. And then my midline has changed, is now positive 2. Alright, so I am going to do this in pieces. I'm going to put in some values here. I'm going to do my midline first. And then after that I'm going to do my period. So it's from 0 to 2 pi. And I have to remember I have to go to the right, pi over 2. So 2 pi, then pi, 1 pi over 2. So I've been cut in half, count up. 1 pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2. Alright, then my amplitude is 1, so that means I'm going to go 1 unit above and 1 unit below. 1 unit above, 1 unit below. It is cosine. So I am going to do high, medium, low, medium, high. If you notice, I did everything except for my shift. That to me is the easiest way to do it. So now I need to shift everything to the right, pi over 2 units. Well, that happens to be exactly what our interval is. So 1 pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, 4 pi over 2, 5 pi over 2. So this one works out pretty well. If I take this point and I need to move it to the right, pi over 2, I just jump 1 space, because each space is pi over 2. Same with this. Oh my goodness. Same with this. They all stay at the same level. Oh, my pen is not cooperating. And then this. So then I sketch it. And that is my new graph. Alright, give it a try. I'll put some other examples out there for you so that you can see.